Everyone says it. Slow in, fast out. It sounds simple. So the driver brakes earlier, takes speed out, waits, turns in, and the apex still gets away. That is where the phrase traps people. Not because slow in, fast out is useless, because speed becomes the only thing being judged. But the corner does not work just because the car is slower. It works when the car arrives ready to do something, ready to load the front, ready to settle, ready to rotate. If all you did was slow it down, you did not prepare the corner. You parked it before the problem. And this is the part that catches drivers out, because from behind the wheel, it can feel safe. The speed has come out, the car is calm, nothing feels wild, nothing feels rushed, but the car can feel safe while the corner is already being lost. That is the quiet mistake. After the brake release, before the apex, before the car runs wide, the driver thinks the entry is tidy, but tidy is not the same as prepared. The car has slowed down, but it has stopped doing useful work. This links straight back to understeer. Understeer is what shows up later. The car runs wide, the driver adds more steering, but by then, we are already looking at the result, not the cause. So the better question is not just, why did the car run wide? The better question is, how did it get there? Because the wide exit was not born at the exit. It started earlier, in the entry, where the car slowed down, but never became ready. Braking does not just remove speed, it changes the state of the car. The load moves forward, the nose comes down, the front tyres gain bite. For a short moment, the car becomes more willing to turn. That is what slow in was meant to create. Not just less speed, a useful car, a car that is ready to rotate. But when the brake is released too early and the driver coasts, that useful state disappears. The slow part has happened, but the reason for it has been wasted. And slow by itself does not rotate a car. So the answer is not simply brake later, and it is not carry more speed and hope. That is too blunt. The answer is connection. Brake in a way that loads the front, release in a way that keeps the car alive, let the steering take over before the front bite disappears. Then the car does not need to be dragged toward the apex. The nose comes in earlier, the steering can open sooner, and the throttle no longer has to rescue a corner that was lost before it arrived. One version of the corner tells the old story. Early brake, empty middle, late rotation, more steering, delayed throttle. It looks safe, but the car was never truly prepared. The other version tells a different story. The brake gives the front tyres a job. The release keeps the car connected. The nose still has bite when the steering arrives. The car rotates earlier, the steering opens, and the throttle comes in without fighting the corner. That is the difference. Not slow versus fast, prepared versus parked. That is why slow in, fast out is not wrong. It is incomplete. It describes what a good corner can look like, but not what the car needs while it is slowing down. So when the car runs wide, the better question is not, did I slow down enough? It is, did I use the entry? Did I prepare the car? Or did I only remove speed? Because once that becomes clear, slow in, fast out stops being a phrase. It becomes something you can actually drive. Speed was never the whole job. You are not just slowing into the corner, you are loading into it. For drivers who think about the car this way, the MT Drivers Club is where the conversation carries on. No ego, no tribal wars, no recycled advice, just mechanical truth.